Hello everyone, happy New Year to you and happy New Year's Day. I couldn't remember what it was called then. I thought, you know what, why don't I just jump on again and do another little live at 5. So for anybody that obviously is getting on live, thank you. For anyone that's looking back at this, also thank you so much. I just hope that somebody takes a little tiny weeny nugget from something that I do say. So today, obviously, with it being a new year and everyone's like, obviously, new year, new me, like a fresh slate, being able to maybe forget about things that have happened or remember the good things, because it's not always about the bad. And I've named this reflection, but it's not that kind of reflection. It is talking about the reflection in the mirror, because I've been working with a couple of people now. Thanks Megan for hopping on. I've been working with a couple of people now in terms of really helping them to get to the stage where when they look in the mirror and when they look at that reflection, they can be content with themselves, they can be happy. Now, a lot of people will probably feel that I am a confident person, I get on these videos, I post pictures of myself all the time, I'm always happy, smiling. Like, people probably think, you know, I've always been this confident person. Now, don't get me wrong, I've been a singer, dancer, like that's really helped in terms of pushing out of my comfort zone and being able to get up on stage and do the things that I've done in my lifetime. But I definitely had this kind of crossover where in my life I'd gone from looking in the mirror and absolutely hating everything that I saw, and I couldn't get past that. And I feel that some people may be going through that stage within their life, and it could happen at any stage, any age, any stage. Now, mine actually happened when I was quite young. And I'm going to tell you a little story of how I crossed over the barrier of looking into that reflection of myself and not just seeing the negatives and only seeing the things that I disliked about myself. And then crossing over to actually looking in the mirror and saying, I like this, I love that, I think this about me, and having a positive attitude on my appearance and obviously me as a person. So I'm going to tell you a little story now, because back when I was at school, I used to be in a boarding house. I would board from Monday to Friday, and then go home at weekends. And at the time when I was at the boarding house, I was surrounded by loads of girls, and I can't remember what age I would be at. So if anybody's watching live and can help me out, it was year 5 and 6, just before secondary school. So how old would I have been? Because I literally can't figure it out for the life of me. So when I was in year 5 and 6, before going into secondary school, I was surrounded by girls at the boarding house, and all I ever heard was negative things about themselves. So it was, I hate my thighs, I hate my hair, why doesn't my hair do this when I want it to, I don't like how my stomach is, I'm not fond of like my skin, whatever it might be. Everybody that was around me was saying quite horrible things about themselves. Now, you wouldn't go to somebody and be like, ha, you've got horrible hips or you've got horrible skin. So why do we do that to ourselves? And at this age, when I was in year 5 and 6, I was kind of sick of it. I was a little bit like, can't we just be nice to ourselves? And I don't know why I thought this when I was that young, but a lot of people are now going through this, like as an older person. And basically I was like, I'm sick of hearing like all these negative kind of like things that people were saying about themselves, the girls that I was living it with. And I said I was doing it too, and I kind of felt like a hypocrite. I said to myself, I'm going to look in the mirror next and I'm not going to pull myself down, because I hated my hair as well, and I didn't like my thighs, and I didn't like my stomach, and I thought, you know, I could have better body and facial features. So I actually turned into the mirror and I said to myself, I'm no longer going to say what I don't like about myself. I'm only going to pick out what I like. And I made a promise to myself. And don't get me wrong, it wasn't like I could think of 100 things straight away. But my very first thought, and I remember this so clearly, and I really do feel like this still now, is I said to myself in the mirror, I said, I like my eyes. I like my eyes and I love my eyelashes. And they were the two things that I said about myself when I looked at that reflection that first came out in my thoughts of what I liked about myself, not what I disliked, what I liked. And actually, that was a turning point. Like, that was a huge turning point, because I never said anything that I liked before, and I always used to criticize myself. And we are so easily quickly able to criticize ourselves and how we look. And obviously there's comparisons, and you know, there's so much out there where you're like judging yourself to somebody else, when actually if you stop and look in the mirror and you focus on only the things that you like and love, you'll start to then bring more of those out. So as soon as I said those two things, the next time I looked in the mirror, I said, you know what, I've got really good skin. Like, I was really happy with my skin as I grew up. And then the next thing was I loved my hair colour. Yes, my hair did my head in when I tried to put it up, but I loved the colour of my hair when I was younger. And one after the other, these things that I liked about myself started to come through. And I then started to not teach the others, but it kind of like rubbed off on everybody else within the boarding house, because we were so negative about ourselves, and I'd been so sick of it that I didn't want to hear it anymore, that I really wanted to encourage the girls to look at what they loved instead. So yeah, I remember that really, really clearly, that when I looked in the mirror and I looked at that reflection, excuse me, I stopped seeing the negative and stopped seeing the things I hated and started to love the parts that I liked and loved. And this is something that I really, really hope that everybody can get to, because it's not nice when you look in the mirror and you start to pull yourself down. You know, like I said, you wouldn't pull somebody else down, so why do we do it to ourselves? And when you actually sorry, I'm losing my voice. I didn't party hard last night. When you actually look in the mirror and you start to actually see the things you love, you bring more of that to you and you feel better inside about yourself. It's like gratitude. I go on and on and on about gratitude. When you're thankful for the things that you have, more of those good things come to you. When you come out of a bad situation and you moan and moan and moan about it, you bring more bad to you. So make sure when you look in the mirror next that you don't say the bad, you don't say the negative, you only promise yourself that you'll pick out the good, and one by one each time you will have more and more come to you, until next minute you're looking in the mirror and you're like, damn girl, yeah, and you really feel confident about yourself. And that's where the confidence comes. That's where it comes from yourself, from telling yourself. And that's why we do affirmations, you know, gratitude. We say what we like, what we love, what we're thankful for, what we want to be in life. Like, remember when we were younger and we wanted to dream and we were like, I'm gonna be a so-and-so. Like, that's exactly what it is. You are saying, I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am strong, I am enough, all of these things. And I just think if you can get to that stage, you'll be so much happier as a person. I know going back to however old I was, that was a definite turning point, and I hope that everybody gets to that turning point where, like I say, you look in the mirror and eventually you no longer say the things that you hate or you wished you had or you could change. Yes, we can do that, and we're able to in some areas. Obviously we can't change everything, but if you start to see things in a new perspective, you will feel so much better about it. So I hope that somebody may have taken a little tiny weeny nugget from something that I say on one of these videos, because I really hope that people, you know, if you are enjoying these, please do say, and if you're not, that's fine, you don't need to watch them. But I just hope that something will be taken from all of these, because you know, I hope that everybody has a happier life, a healthier life also, and that you either become somebody else's heroes or you look up to somebody as your hero. So please enjoy your first day, or hope you have already enjoyed it, because it's pretty much, no, it's not over at all. It's really dark and it feels like it's over, but it's 5:15. Enjoy your first day of 2021, and make sure when you look at that reflection and you start reflecting on that image in front of you in that mirror, make sure that it is the good and not so much of the bad. So yeah, hope that's helped, and I will speak to you all soon. Probably Monday, live at 5. Take care, everyone. Bye.